we're back. SmashBrothers podcast. We promised y'all that we would be back on the air after we get done our amazing Spring Fling down in Ocean City, Maryland. So,
what a trip, SB1. Amazing times.
It is an amazing time. And we're here in the Wilmington studio today. It is Memorial Day. We want to give thanks to all of our service members who have sacrificed they have the ultimate sacrifice, which is their lives, of course, and those that are serving our great country in all foreign places, here and abroad. And we wish them safety, and we all our prayers, and, well, they take care of us.
Yes, they do, Smash Brother. And little, Memorial Day trivia. I like watching sometimes Jesse Waters and Johnny. He sends them out on remote places down the beach, especially during spring break in New York City, things like that. But anyways, a lot of folks just don't know that Memorial Day was founded. It was called Decoration Day for the grave sites of the Civil War fallen soldiers. Both sides. So that was a national holiday to honor the Civil War Confederate, the North, the Yankees. And today is Memorial Day itself. So like SB once said, we're all keeping in mind people who pass. Hey, what they say? All gave some gave all. So as we're doing this, I'd like to have a moment of silence for my sister, Kathy Jean Chamberlain, who passed away a few weeks back. And we had her services last week. So a little moment of silence on this somber day. Rest in peace, sister. Love you.
There you go.
All right, SB1. Talk about that golf trip, huh? Oh boy.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, man. I didn't get tired from playing golf. I got tired of playing golf in the wind.
Oh, it was
30+ mile an hour winds. It just knocked me out. I mean, we had 94 degrees, 95 degree heat on our first day.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then we went down into the 50s.
Yeah, 50s and 60s. Winds, high winds. And folks, the courses we were playing were Bayside courses.
Newport Bay.
Newport Bay was Rum's Point. And
the Admiral.
The War Admiral.
War
Horse, as I would call it, War Horse.
That was a classic moment. I said, SB1, the courses we're playing. He goes, yeah, I think we're playing this called War Horse. I said, no, it's War Admiral. That was awesome.
Well, I get them confused every once in a while. There's an Admiral. You're wearing your Admiral's hat. I got War Admiral. And it was the
Admiral.
The
I
War
am the
Horse.
Admiral.
Yeah, so the course, for those that are unfamiliar with it, it's an area called Glen Riddle down around the Ocean City, Maryland way, and it's a 2-track facility. So it's got two. It's called
War Admiral, and Man of War. Two great horses. Legendary horses.
Yeah, and
Glen Riddle was the trainer owner.
Right, and it was
Stables.
It's a staple. You can see the old stables, and you can also see where the track between was it War Admiral or Man of War that was doing against Seabiscuit.
I think it was Man of War. My memory serves me.
Okay,
yeah, I think it was Man of War. War Admiral came later. That's why the speed limits. They got 23 there.
23.
Yeah. So I think it was Man of War. I don't know. Somebody fact check.
Yeah. I mean, what it is, but you can see some of the old racetrack where they had the race at, I believe, where it was a training ground. Anyway, a lot of nostalgia on that course. Great courses. Both of them,
yeah.
If you ever get a chance to play them, they're really great. I think they're fair. I think that my favorite course is absolutely Rum Point. It is expansive. It's fair to all golfers. You get to play all the elements. Whether you're always going to be in the wind. There's always going to be a breeze.
Yeah, coming off the
bay. So you don't get away with it. But it's just that when you play those, there's about 4 holes that are seriously affected with wind, and that is along the bay. Whether you're playing, it is hole number 9 or no, not 9, 7 or 8. 7, I think it might be 7 that goes along, and we had the wind behind it. Is it 5? 5 was the one?
Well, the par 5.
Yeah, they're all the par 5s.
That's 6 right along the bay side where the old it's still there where they would put the rum barrels, get the rum barrels in and drop the rum barrels off.
Right. That's
the
6.
old ramp.
The old ramp, right?
The old
you
ramp.
Right.
1800 stuff still standing in the bay.
Quality contractors.
Hey, man, like Neil Young said, they built that then what they can't do today.
Right.
Ooh, what song's that?
I'm trying to think what.
Come on.
Oh, man.
One of my favorites.
Oh.
Great song to do a lot of different things with. Cortez the Killer.
Cortez the Killer. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, that's because...
I'll be listening out on the way home now. All through the valley.
But the thing was, we had the wind behind us on that hole, but then coming back on 16 and 17, we had the wind against us.
Oh, that was rough, man. That was a rough day. It beat us down. We all looked tired at dinner. We went to tailgates. What is that?
Fishtails.
Fishtails for... Tailgates is another bar. Fishtails. That's a great bar. Great bar.
Fishtails?
Yeah,
great.
So a good friend of mine from the railroad, Doc. We love you out there, man. Thanks again for the beverages.
Right.
Very nice, beautiful, and got a great community right there in Ocean City.
Oh,
great.
sure.
I'll tell you something right now, bro. We talk about all these other places. It's time we talk about everything in our backyard. Ocean City.
Oh, for real.
Cripple Creek, I had a pleasure, privilege, I should say, playing that course. The gentleman that set it up, Matt, great job, buddy. He was the captain.
He was.
And he's an expected father. Him and his bride is having a beautiful baby coming up here shortly in July. So, Matt, you did a great job. John, your sidekick, he was awesome. That's Johnny's new nickname, Johnny the Sidekick. But anyways, he's a good dude, great guy, great people. And but he had an opportunity, got something from, I think, his mother-in-law from an auction package, and we played Cripple Creek. That's to have that in Delaware? Are you kidding me? Forget about it. It's beautiful. Ocean City, you got Rum Point and Newport Bay. Newport Bay is a good course, but it's just gets you placed in the universe, right? There's a couple different things with golf. We golf for the sport, the activity, but mostly the nature, right? When you're in nature, where are we around? God. And when you're in Newport Bay, for me, it's just like you're just this little speckle and all that nature and all that swamp land and the bay and everything. And there you are on these remote patches. Got to hit this ball. You got to play leapfrog, Smash Brother. He had a hell of a day in Newport Bay. Speaking of that day, I think Smash Brother owes me breakfasts for next month. By the way, thanks for breakfast. But anyways,
hey man,
he wanted to leave. We were going to play 9. The wind was bad, this and that. He started hitting these shots. And I'll kid you something, right? He took a ball, I believe, 310 yards with a 6 and a 7 iron combined. Hit the green and set himself up for a birdie, ended up with a par. And then he was hooked. All right, we'll play a couple more. And then he was hitting his irons like Grant Grinchman, quick and hard.
Man, oh man, I was hitting them irons. I did that whole.
Oh my Lord!
That back nine, man. My irons were. I like you said. That
should have been in the low 80s. You ended up with a 92, which was a great score for those conditions. I mean, that was like. Imagine if you didn't have those conditions. You might have shot in the 70s. Who knows?
Well, you know what's funny, because here's the thing. We had somebody telling us that the wind's not good to play in and all this stuff, and they were playing up on the yellows, and we stuck to our whites. We went from the white, which is we went to
page after your book, Perseverance.
We weren't going to fold on.
Even though we were hard, I was bad 100. I shot 100 that day.
That's all right though, man. We had if we would have taken the yellow, it was a 40-yard advantage, right? From tee setup, we weren't going to take no stinking advantages. So
advantages.
We stuck it out, but the reason why is because it makes you play shots that you normally wouldn't play. And when you're playing in the wind, you got your knockdowns. You got to play smarter.
You got to hit your stingers.
You got to hit your stingers right, and
say when it's windy, when it's breezy,
swing easy.
Right. And you have some spring lube oil too. Swing the lube oil.
I didn't need any. I didn't need any of it. Yeah.
I had transfusions, Mick Ultras. Even had a bloody. You got me a bloody that one day.
I got you a bloody because that's what you wanted, you know? By the way, I made that. I did get that as a double.
Oh, you did?
That was a double bloody for you.
Oh, man. That's
she asked me if she wanted to. And it was Tito's, too. I was watching.
Oh, man.
So, you know, get the good stuff for him. So
Got the good stuff. Good breakfast. The food was great. We found this special ed had that restaurant down there with the pizza joint. That was outstanding.
What?
Rapino's?
Rapino's. It was Rapino's.
Something like
That's
that.
what it was.
It's right next to the 27th Street, right side by side by the Burger King on the southbound side.
Yeah, we found out why. Because he owns the Burger Kings too, the franchise.
You did.
Yeah. And so he's got
All
pizza
top,
and Burger Kings.
All top ingredients. I mean, everything was top shelf. And that's why the food was so good.
It was probably the best meatball sandwich I've ever had. That's one.
I concur with that.
Yeah,
we're going to take the Smash Chats. We were just talking about that. We got an outing down there
and the
in July.
pizza. I really love the spinach, garlic, the white pie that we got.
That was broccoli rabe.
Was that broccoli rabe?
Was broccoli rabe.
I thought it looked like spinach. Broccoli rabe's fine with
really
me.
Cooked it. The only thing I would do is ask them for a little bit crispier, just a little bit on that broccoli. It was a little too soft. You know, you want your pizza to be. You know, you don't want to do.
It's all wood fired.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You want a
little crispiness. I get you. Yeah. But for what the toppings were, it was great.
The flavors were, and they use whole roasted garlic.
Yeah,
and mash it in there.
They do.
I never seen it. The prepreration for these pizzas and sandwiches, and then you got the antipastas for the table.
It's perfect.
Lunch meats all rolled up together. It wasn't chintzy stuff. It was good stuff.
Oh, yeah, there was no question. If you're ever in the Ocean City area, you want a great pie. I'm not kidding you. Go to Rapino's.
Something like that.
27th on Bayside. I think it's what it was. It's on the Bayside.
Right next to Burger King. How many Burger Kings are along Ocean City?
Just look for the Burger King.
Burger King.
And I'm sure. And because Fishtails is on 22nd, the hotel was on 25th. Yeah.
25th. I thought Ed said it was 2 streets up was the pizza place.
Yeah.
And then the Pancake House, we found out about. Hey, you want to talk about some pancakes?
Here's some pancakes.
Sweet potatoes pancakes. Never had one in my life.
Yeah.
It was called Happy Jack's Pancake House. I mean, where are you going to get a pancake that's bad there? No shot.
No.
Everything was great.
Great hostess, waitress.
Yeah, she served great nation, her and her husband in the Navy.
Yeah,
remember?
in the Navy, yeah.
Jennifer.
Yeah, Jennifer.
Jenny,
That's right. Yeah.
Jenny.
But there's another thing that if you haven't tried, sweet potato pancakes. Oh, my God.
Saw that on the menu right away, and everybody jumped on them. I said, I had to have one, too.
Not only did we have them once, we had them twice.
We had them twice. Amazing. I think we're going to go down there for lunch.
Look, man, if there's one thing that the Smash Brothers really enjoy doing, it's eating.
Are you kidding me? Forget about it. We had great food. We had good seafood. We met out there at talk about that experience with the bourbon. We found out at what was that place? Ocean City Grill? No, Sunset Grill with the ice.
Oh, yeah.
The ice charge. They're charging for ice.
Got to explain a couple of things here. So,
This is crazy.
Mick and I went out. This was after our first round. And we went over to Sunset Marina. And I shouldn't named names, but anyway.
Oh, it's a true story. We're not speaking anything out of school.
You're right. And so him and I, we meet up and, we're sitting there at not bar side, but right on the water. They got a counter. Nice counter.
Chairs. You look at the yachts and the marina. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And the wait staff is great. Man, she was great. No problem. And so, we ordered the price of our meals were exactly the same, right?
Yes.
And Mick had some beers and I had some bourbons, and we only had 3 each. And we get the bill, and I look at it, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Now, I know everything is up in price these days. Not going to help it. I get it. I understand it. But for some reason, this just took me by surprise because I was reading it, and I could not believe that between the two of us, we spent about $100 a piece when you include tip. What I was looking at. Not only that, but what disappoints me the most is that there's the 3% credit card fee. Then there's the Maryland liquor tax fee, and then I recognized that
It's unbelievable.
there was a ice charge of $2 per drink, and I thought, what the hell is charging for ice all about?
Imagine that.
So all week I'm going, it was a story that I was telling them, I can't believe they're charging for ice. Just roll it into the price of the drink. Don't make me think about what all the charges are for.
$6.
Yeah, it was $6 for ice now, and we each had a cup of ice that they didn't charge us for with ice water.
Oh,
right?
yeah. They were charged on the ice water.
And it wasn't charged on your drink.
No.
Well, you had a crush.
My beer was ice cold. No, I had all 3 Michelobs.
Oh, all 3 Michelobs anyway.
I didn't drink any orange crushes.
But they didn't charge us for the water. No. And so I kind of got, I said, okay, what's the deal? And, I understand completely, right? I get charged, and I don't mind paying for what it takes for a business to operate. I get it 100,000,000%.
It wasn't a fancy ice cube either. So,
no, in fact,
it wasn't one of them.
Well, the first drink,
stones, nothing.
The first drink I got, they gave me extra ice, and I had to throw. Remember, I was throwing ice out because
you were.
I was because it was watering down the drink way too much.
Right, you did throw some ice out.
I'm throwing away my dollars. I'm not even chewing them.
Think about that.
Yeah. So I go up and I'm a little flustered, and I'm looking around. I get the bill, and I swear to you, like I told Mick, I said the first bill presented to me was like $107, and I go, okay, $50 a piece, whatever, it's cool.
Yeah.
Mick ponies up. We split everything, right? And then she comes back with the final tab, and after I give her credit card, she walks back, she comes in, and it's $178, and I'm like, what the hell? How did this happen? So I got up and I looked and went over to her at the waitress at the station.
Oh, we had an investigation on that.
Oh, we had to. We had to, man.
Investigation reports and findings.
I don't think.
We had a lot of investigation.
I'll tell you. Have you ever seen me do that?
No.
Never.
No.
I've never done that.
Oh, hell no.
And all the times.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was just something that said, wait a minute, how did two guys, and we were there for maybe an hour and a half or so, it seemed like two guys, all of a sudden the bill's close to $200. Well, it was 200 with taxes and tip. It would have been over 200 just about. So I go and look at it, and sure enough, I saw rocks under, bourbon and then rocks or ice. And it was $2 each. I said, what the hell is this all about? So anyway, paid the bill. Didn't get a reason, didn't get an excuse. The waitress goes, it's so expensive. Here's why I can't eat here. And I go, honey, I said, I get it, no problem. So anyway, here's the additional story. Okay, so I found out because my wife and I we went to Iron Hill just that Saturday night, this past Saturday, and I had 2 bourbons. Because I like bourbon, right? So she gets her wine, I get my bourbon. And on the charge were my drink price plus $3 for rocks. And I go, not again, right? So I went up to the manager, and I go, hey, man, look, I know you're just opening all this other stuff. Hey, boom. And I told him the story about the marina, and I just got this. I said, what is this? I go, what is the deal with charging for ice? Oh, no, that's not for ice. That's because we're adding an extra half a pour. And I said, really? I go, well, why aren't you explaining that to not just me, but to everybody else? He was saying that the software that these restaurants must be using, you cannot, they haven't said they can't figure out a way to put in half pour or extra pour or anything like that. I go, get rid of all that stuff and put it into, charge me the $3 within the price of the drink, and don't make me think about you're charging me for, because it clearly said rocks. Rocks are ice. Ice is ice. Rocks are ice.
I think there's a good case that as we continue in this investigation is that does the people that are drinking it neat get a $3 discount?
True.
Think about that. I drink it neat. I like it neat. Are you knocking $3 off of my booze?
if that's the case, then I start drinking it neat.
That's
I mean,
what I'm
you know.
saying. I mean, it's all good. Or then just get a cup of ice on the side and add it to. I mean, it's unbelievable. Rocks, they're surcharging you for ice, bro.
No matter how you look at it, it is in there, right?
They could say this, they could say that. If it wasn't rocks, then it would say no $3, no $2. They're charging you. I'll tell you something right now. We need a full report. Full report by the ABC. Get them involved.
Look out. Smash Brothers is on the case now.
Full report. Find out what's going on. I mean, now I know one thing. I'll never buy in Nashville. Years ago when we were there with the Wilsons and Marguerite and I, great people. Don, Danielle, beautiful people. Well, anyways, I'm at the bar. I said, we get a Maker's Mark, no doubt. Maker's Mark. I said, you want a single or double pour? I said, double pour, no problem. Jesus, my God, he gave me the bill. It was $82, $82.50 actually. And I had $100. I gave it to him. I said, keep the rest. You all right, Rob? He goes, he started laughing. He goes, well, what happens, you get, like you say, you get the liquor charge, and then you get the increase, 18% from a single to a double on the bill. Two double shots. That's the last time I drank bourbon in Nashville, Tennessee. Let me tell you something. Publicly or out in a bar.
Well,
you get a mixed drink, it's cheaper. Now, don't mind you, like if you get an old fashioned or something like that, or they like making a couple of those bourbon drinks, I forget what they call them, but I was drinking. I drank a couple old fashions in Manhattans, and they were like, regular prices, $10, $12, and you got a good bourbon.
Well, that's because in a mixed drink, they're not going to use the top shelf brands.
I guess.
Right?
I don't know. They were Maker's Mark.
And they're not using.
I was drinking Maker's Mark, and what else I was drinking? Well, I had a couple Jack Daniels.
Well, I mean, look.
Got to drink Jack Daniels in Tennessee. Oh, my God. That was my whiskey back in the day. I mean, I just started drinking bourbon, about 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, if that. I was drinking Jack Daniels, VO. I like Knobs Creek. We had that was the big treat, Knobs Creek. We never got any fancy bourbon.
No,
not
Knobs
like
Creek.
Taylor.
Right.
Taylor.
Taylor.
Hey, speaking of that, this time last year we were getting saddled up, ready for our
Kentucky bourbon tour.
Bourbons and burdens.
Yeah.
And on this Memorial Day, Jeremiah, we sent a big salute out to you because I know you're taking this day back. Great man he is, served our great nation in the Army. God bless him, retired.
Sergeant Major.
Sergeant Command Major Sergeant, CMS, right?
I don't know. Sergeant Major is what it was. Yeah,
Command Major Sergeant. Yeah, he was the big deal. The highest office you could get for an enlisted person.
NCO.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
It's unbelievable. So God bless Jeremiah. Thank you for setting up that trip. A trip of a lifetime. Mm-hmm. A lifetime. We had the best time in Kentucky. The food was great, unbelievable. We met some nice people at the winery. Remember, we went there a couple times, and then we went to the house we had was like a hunting camp. It was beautiful. It had a couple ponds. We went fishing one night, caught some bass. That was cool. We had +1 with us. +1, where you been, pal? Where you been?
+1. He's falling off the radar, man.
Ed said he's got an outlet he needs him to fix up. Did you ever get to that outlet? +1, what's going on over there, buddy?
+1 is not. I think that
he's just like, this is us, everything.
I don't even think he deserves the credit as +1 anymore.
Oh, I don't know, man. He's family. He's family.
I don't know, man. I think it's -1.
Well, that's what happened when you guys nicknamed my brother-in-law, John, Uncle Jay, -1, +1.
+1.
They were net zero.
They were net zero, that's right.
As a team. Their cart was nicknamed net zero. Who's thinking of this kind of humor on a golf course? Tell me, who does that? Smash Brothers. We come up with anything. You guys got something to throw at us? I think we're on Facebook Live. Give us a scenario.
I think that. Do you think the world is ready for our current idea that we are going to imitate Banana Ball as in Smash Brothers Ball?
I'll tell you something right
now. The Smash Brothers League.
Savannah Banana Baseball is just the most cleverest thing ever invented, other than the game itself. And they are selling out. I give them all the credit in the world. I don't know how long it's been out. 8, 9 years, something like that. Maybe not even that. But I give them great opportunity for people, and to see the fans, and especially these kids, it's amazing. They're all happy. That's what you want, happy people out there enjoying a good sport, because that gets what? Motivate, go out and do something, play wiffle ball, play baseball, sandlot games, join your little leagues, play baseball. Kids, softball, baseball, get into baseball. It's great. That's why there's Little League has everything, man. Beautiful organization. One of the best organizations in America.
Do you know what they're doing now? Do you know what the owner did, which is really fantastic? He's bringing back the old Negro League. The teams that were involved with the original Negro League,
yes,
he is bringing them back. He's starting with the team in Chicago, and they're called the Clowns. Actually, called the Clowns.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's bringing back all of because they were originally called the Chicago Clowns.
Wow.
I think it's Chicago. I should have referenced that a little bit, but yeah, he's got that, and he's bringing that back, and he's setting up a league for them to integrate into the whole banana world, so that he's building a stronger presence with minorities, because he said there needs to be more African Americans, Black Americans in baseball. And he says, no offense to others, but the Latino, the Dominican, the Mexican, all of the South American teams or players, it's leaving a void. And basketball has taken away, football has taken away the athlete, the Black athlete, but baseball has been void of talent, and he wants to bring that back, and he thinks that it's the only way that he feels he can do it, and he's getting some great response. He has been offered gazillions by traditional baseball people that see what he's doing, and he will not sell. He said, I'm keeping it private, because once it's sold, it's
wow,
it's going to be diluted.
It's
a great story. He's a great guy.
Yeah,
he really is.
I don't know the guy's name.
I can't remember it myself, to be honest with you, Mick. But I'll tell you what,
it was a great concept.
When he bought the Savannah Bananas, when he bought that team in Savannah, in fact, Patty and I were down in Savannah when they just came out. We were just vacationing, because I bought one of the T-shirts, because I was saying, Savannah Bananas, this is like really cool. It's got the big old banana on the back of the shirt and all that, and it was small. He was playing at a small high school yard, and all of a sudden catches on. He brings this thing up, and he's incredible.
It's like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Yeah, but the one thing that's interesting is that they
play a regular game.
They play a regular game, and they do lose. They're not like the Globetrotters that might win 100 out of 100 games or out of 101 games, but there's different teams. So he is. It's an official league,
Well, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Mike's buddy. He played on that team. Quince, what's going on, man? It's been a long time. I hear you're still. Trying to get some knocks out there. Hey, buddy, keep following your dream. Hopefully, you score big here, pal, this year. So we'll be. Mike will be watching you as we always do. Quince, give me a little Quince a shout out. Buffalo, New York.
There he is. And is he playing for? The Bananas?
He did.
For one of the teams?
He did for one season about 3 years ago.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's good.
Yeah, he enjoyed it. Absolutely. Take great care of the players. Good stuff, man. All good stuff. Yeah. Because baseball's a big world. Mike was in the independent baseball league for 5 years, played in the Pacific Northwest, and then his last two, he was in the Pioneer League, which was sponsored, not affiliated, but sponsored by MLB, and it was great baseball. A lot of good areas, man. Baseball's a great sport, and as we're talking about a national holiday in America, Memorial Day, our national sport, baseball, anybody can play. Doesn't matter. You don't have to be big, this and that. Just pick up a bat, try to hit a ball in the air, make an out. It's an exciting thing to do for a family, whether it's wiffle ball, stick ball, wire ball. We used to play wire ball, man. That was cool.
You had wall ball, wire ball,
yeah,
wiffle ball, all that.
We were out there. We were out there for days.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was. That's
Get
what
away
kids
from them
do.
TVs, man. Get outside.
That's what kids don't do today. You go outside and play a game of wiffle ball. Like you just go out and play wiffle ball. You know, I mean, get your timing down. Learn how to hit. You know, see the ball.
Brings people together. It brings your neighborhoods together, and then have neighborhood rivalries. Like I said,
rivalries, not gang fights, right?
Yeah, right. Well, that's what I'm saying. We had all the neighborhoods in the city where we grew up. You weren't too much involved with that. You know what? Did you play on the Alvin Park team?
I played everything, everywhere, all the time, whatever I could.
We were Tilly's Corner. Then you had Canby Park. You had 40 Acres. You had Cleveland Heights. I didn't play on the Cleveland Heights team. That was I played with on Tilly's Corner. But we had neighborhood. I think it was 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 tackle football. Now no flag tackle, and we set the field, and we had neighborhood games. Can you imagine that today? You would walk after school, and you beat the crap out of each other playing football, man. Nothing like it. Nothing like your physical activity. Nowadays, they probably want a contract to do something like that. Look, get out there and be kids, man. Have some fun and play wiffle ball. Play a lot of sports this summer. Beautiful weather. Get away from them video games and TVs and AV and this and that, TikTok. I'm not saying it's all bad, but you got to have outdoor activity. You know why?
Yeah.
Asthma's up, breathing conditions are up because everybody's inside, right? All the indoor pollutants, just don't think your house just because it's clean and this and that. Everything has emissions for all kinds of things, plastic, paints, everything, heat affected, this and that. And you're in there breathing all that, so you're in the house for 12, 14 hours a day, you're hitting all kinds of levels. So get outside, get fresh air.
Oh, absolutely.
Smash Brothers. Now get back to what you were saying. Are we going to do Smash Ball or Smash Brothers golf? I'll tell you what, if we really get it down and we can make a whole family game out of it. It's fun. Foot wedges, course fouls. You sound like something to do over. You know, something impedes your shot. What are you going to do? The game's tough enough. You need a break.
Backward between the leg putt.
Oh, yeah. You did.
I hit a couple of them.
Yes, you did. Couldn't make it straight enough. He did it backwards. Boom, they drop.
Or the walk up one arm.
One arm. Just don't, it should teach us a lesson. Don't take this game too serious.
No.
Don't. It's a great game.
Yeah.
Smash Brother was hitting irons. He was hitting them so good. His arm almost fell off.
It did too. I got a bruise, man. It's like you can't see it. I don't think.
I tell you
camera
what,
doesn't allow it.
But it's a surface bruise, bro. You gotta get that looked at.
Yeah, it's so
medical,
I gotta get ready for Ireland, man. Ireland, we were playing with
you're going on to
Mr.
the big
Franny across the pond. Franny, Charlie Stephen, and Frankie.
That's big league. That's big league stuff.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get over there and test myself against. We got 4 or 5 courses we're playing. Got caddies, we got trolleys,
we
got all that.
Yeah. Everything.
Tour of the Guinness Brewery.
Yeah. A little souvenir for SB2.
I got you. I got you.
And then we're going to Pinehurst. So that trip started out. I tell you what, I was going to go on that trip, canceled. Then a cruise worked out, and then more. That's great. And then I'm working on this project with a great friend of mine, Special Ed. We call him Special, not because he's special, because he's just the greatest guy. He's a great dude, a great person, great everything. I love the man. We argue a little bit here and there if he's listening, but who doesn't? But at the end of the day, we're brothers thick and thin. And we're going to be in Knoxville, and we're going to take a ride down to Pinehurst. His son's flying in from California, going down with the sheriff here in Newcastle County, and we're going to tear up Pinehurst. They got this beautiful house. People are going to come in, cook a meal, and we're playing, I think, 3 rounds, and we got a possibility to play. Now, I played Pinehurst 5 with Jeremiah. I paid $87. I'll be honest with you. I'll go play another Mid-Pines course or some other course. I'm not paying $100 to play Pine. I've already played all the Pinehurst courses except for 2 with Jeremiah. He was a member there. So we played them all but 2.
So what's it running you?
I think it's like $190-some. What I hear, I played it already. They say 5 is good. 5 is better. That's the only round I shot at Jeremiah shot an 83 that day, and I shot an 88. And that was a legit score, too. That wasn't, you ain't got no time to fool around with Smash Brother golf there. You got to keep it moving.
You got to keep it going, yeah.
And then we'll play the cradle, going around doing that kind of stuff, But and that buffet there, we're going to hit that buffet.
Oh, it's an amazing buffet.
I think it went up $10, but
who cares?
Even if it's $40, it's still a great buffet.
It's incredible.
I never seen it. I mean, we were always like $15. We thought that might have been the tip. He said, no, that's what it costs.
That's what it costs. Yeah.
It was like, what? 15? You couldn't believe the amount of. Remember?
Yeah.
We crushed it. And the prime rib.
No, the prime rib was amazing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I mean, well, you know what? It kind of mimics what the Masters is all about, because you go to the Masters and you're still getting like a $3 hot dog and a $5 beer. They keep the prices respectable because it's just what they want that. They want you to enjoy, and they're not there to gouge and stuff like that. So
you ain't getting charged for rocks down there.
No, you're not.
I still think that's the most craziest thing.
Nah, I've seen crazier. I'm not going to call it.
No, we're not saying anything bad, but it was something new. Whoever would even think about or look at it. I mean, you always got different things going on, and like you said, this goes up, that goes up. Just put it into price and live with it.
Well, look.
They should listen to you, Smash Brother.
Well, we have our times too when we have exceptional fees. Like I can tell you that a lot of suppliers from us are now charging delivery fees, environmental fees. All of that stuff comes into play, and sometimes you just want to you need to explain and actually itemize what you got going on instead of rolling it in. You want to be transparent. That's what the thing is. Now I know there's a couple of restaurants in Wilmington that really, without naming names, I mean, they have some very odd additional charges, which takes a little bit of time to understand and get used to.
Oh, really? Educate me.
Across from the Grand.
Okay, what are they charging?
Well, they have charges that talk about employee benefits and all that other stuff.
On the receipt?
Yeah, it's on the receipt. Yeah, and it's actually comes down to the server's tip, and they justify the tip. They automatically put the tip in for everything.
Even a party less than 6?
Yeah, everything, and they tell you that it's kind of mandatory. So whatever you're spending, you're going to have a 20% tip.
Wow.
Yeah, and they put it to employee benefits. Blah 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 blah. We could get into a lot of things, but it's just a matter of where the price of everything is going up, and people are trying to find a way to be transparent in having you, the consumer, be aware of where all these charges are going.
Well, that's a new one for me, but I get thinking about tips and all this other stuff. So you remind me of a great story. So I'm on my honeymoon a few moons back, my bride of 41 years. But anyways, we're in Aruba, and it was, I guess, was on the cutting edge of the, all-inclusive type of things. So we got there Sunday, and Monday was orientation. So anyways, I'm over there. We're over there after the wedding, everything. I don't know. I think I even flew over there with like $350 in my pocket and a credit card, one bunch. And the credit card, that got lost. Sorry, honey. But anyways, so anyways, I hit 7 bells right before we were going to go in for dinner. We had dinner right there at the Holiday Inn. At 7 bells. I think it paid like $850. I kid you not. It was like $700, $800. Man, we were smart. I had more in the winnings than I did in going over there. So we sit down, we order this big meal. It was beautiful. I was tipping a little bit on the front end, $5-10 here and this stuff. And then the bill comes. I said, all right. So then I leave. They're playing music, and there's people running around, getting things, helping out on the tables. So I leave cash on the table. I think I left 90, 100. I couldn't remember what I left. Something like that, $75 extra, or just with the tip. And The guy that saw that, he snaps his fingers, gets them all off. They help us out of our chair. They're whisking us off with the big brushes or the big broom, those fan things with the palm trees. They're playing music. Everybody's looking at Marguerite and I like we're some movie stars. The next day at orientation, they said, "Don't worry about your tips anywhere because you're on a package. They're already included." So that was the greatest money I ever spent, because just to see the reaction, Marguerite's reaction, I'm going, man, I don't know, maybe they were
loving you. You're Big Papa.
Oh,
You're Big Papa.
So they got the tip there. They got another. They got like $200 in tips.
Man, they love you.
He went like this. They were brushing us off. I'll never forget that as long as I live, man.
Oh, that's terrific, man.
And then Marguerite and I both looked at each other. Orientation was like, oh my God, no wonder they did it. They didn't think we were just newlyweds.
Right. You were high flyers, man.
Hey, man, we were heavy rollers.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
that was funny, man. Great
That's
story.
great.
I always loved that story. But Smash Brother, yeah, because you got that. Like getting back to Ireland, you're going to be over there with Franny, Charlie. That's all good people. And then you met that gentleman,
Frankie.
Frankie, yeah.
So him and his family had a software company, a CRM company that was dedicated to nonprofits, helping him raise money and stuff like that. And then they sold it. So
okay.
Yeah, Frank's cool dude.
All high rollers.
Nah, man.
He leaving SB2 here on stateside.
You had every opportunity, brother.
I know,
you
man.
know.
I know. I tell you what, it's a great trip. It's something that we talked about doing. I mean, I take the Smash Shots, you and I. Anybody else wants to join, go over there to see Ireland, and then branch away, play a couple rounds of golf. I would do that. But going on this cruise with Marguerite's family, my family, just beautiful people. And one of the main interests why I want to go on this cruise, the Wood brothers are going to be there. The three Wood brothers, John, Jeff, and Jim. They're great people, man. I'm giving a shout out to Uncle Jay and his brothers right now. Good people, great families. I love them. Matter of fact, his brother Jim and his wife, she's going to be on the trip as well. Laurie, they live in Tennessee. Yeah, they live in Tennessee. I might get a chance to sneak out. They're not too far from Knoxville, so we'll go up. I hear they got a big bear as a pet out there.
Get out.
Really? They're out there, bro. You just go out there and shoot guns, man. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Just shoot. Just do whatever you want to do. You're in Tennessee to begin with. Let me tell you something, man. There ain't a whole lot of just hey, there's a lot of activities in Tennessee, especially at Nashville area. How about them getting the Super Bowl?
Yeah, on 2030.
2030.
With the new Nissan Stadium. It's opening up for the 27 season.
Yeah.
It looks good.
We're watching it. We're watching it being built and everything. Yeah, they got the big sign out there. You see it right from the bridge. I don't remember speaking of. This is a great story. So the lady that was working with us, Miss Ginger, great people, and so she had to get her nails done. They were all breaking up and stuff. So I wanted to get some cigars. So her point was only like 45 minutes. So there was a cigar shop. But my GPS, like it said 10 minutes away. So my GPS took us all the way towards downtown. Ed and I, this is no joke, Smash Brother. He had me in shape. I walked 4.5 miles in 65 minutes.
That's some hoofing.
And we got cigars. We found a place, but it was where we were at in relationship where the salon was right across the street. My GPS walking took us, and we were huffing. We had to walk up this big hill. We never crossed the same bridge, same parkway twice. I swear to God, there's so many bridges in Nashville. I think there's more bridges in Nashville than Pittsburgh. I'm telling you.
Really? Yeah.
I know one thing. We were huffing it. And he goes, man, you all right? You need a break? I said, no, man, because I don't want to keep Miss Ginger waiting. I said, no, I'm trying to find these cigars. So we went to this place, and it was a smoke shop, right? Well, on the website, it said they sold cigars. He said, we don't sell cigars.
You mean you walked 4 miles and didn't get a cigar?
No. So the guy said, no, the humidor is up at the liquor store. So we walked backtrack, went to the liquor store, and then I got like couple cigars. But we just started laughing. And we walked 4.5 miles, 65 minutes for cigars.
That's a Dave Tiberi story.
Man, Dave,
Dave Tiberi, brother Dave.
God, brother Dave, you had us in.
us in New York.
No, he had us in
upstate PA. Yeah,
we were 25 minutes from my mountain house, Dave. One bad turn on the Jersey Turnpike, we ended up in the Poconos. You had us. Remember,
he had us on the phone for an hour and a half.
Hypnotized. We were hypnotized. Listen, Dave. Man, all kinds of stuff going on. He's involved. You're involved. Everybody's involved in all these great activities for causes for residents of this state, maybe help out people out of state, everything. But
well, speaking of all that, I really, I want to take a couple minutes here to
always
really talk about a few dynamic individuals in some of the programs. If you really are looking for something to be involved with or actually support, it's Dave Tiberi and his Donate Delaware. Now, the goal of Dave is to help, I guess, curtail the expense of medical supplies to people in need. So he set up his organization to take in used medical equipment and supplies and redistribute them to people with need.
He goes through all protocols. Don't think you're getting something.
Oh, you're not. You're getting
EPO or something that could be bad. No, it's all
you're getting good
first class, but
real
reasonable.
Even to the point where we have motorized wheelchairs for people, and they're we're reconditioning them, stuff like that. You can see them. He is on Water Street down here in Newport. Go to donatedelaware.org to find out more. Now, the other individuals that I want to talk about, there's so many of them. There's question, but I think here in Delaware, where I have down in the southern Delaware in Sussex County,
God's County. Don't get mad, Newcastle, Kent, but it's God's County.
There are two individuals, and they are a couple, and that is Ryan and Nicole Stevenson. I am privileged to know them, to be friends with them, and to help them with their two events. One being the First State Festival, which is going to be brand new this year at Hudson Field, June 19th to June 19th or June 20th, June 20th, Saturday. And it is all about Delaware small businesses that will be on the Hudson Field, representing different wares and goods and services and stuff like that. The other one is more well known. That's the Delaware Seafood Festival, which is held September 19th at the Shellville location right off of Route 1. Yeah, I'll be going myself. I'm hoping to get some of my son-in-law to represent the shop. If not, I got a pinch hitter in Matt Metternach that can handle the load.
Oh, good man, Matt there.
Yeah. Now the good Stevensons, man. Ryan and Nicole, are a wonderful couple who do so much for the local communities. Their Delaware Seafood Festival actually donated $20,000, $10,000 to the Delaware Estuary program, and the other one was for kids in need, and each received $10,000 each. But it goes a lot further than that. They constantly do a lot, and their business is Sure Smoke Seasoning
for raising money.
Yeah, they have Sure Smoke Seasonings, which now there's an interview on the 302.
Sponsored by Buckley's Auto
Care. That you can listen to, and I'll share the link again in the comments here. But Ryan describes exactly what Sure Smoke Seasoning is. They're in 39 states with their seasonings. And he makes them all up in his kitchen. Wow. And then designs everything. And he's got something like 11 smokers or 11 grills and smokers. And he tests every one of his recipes, spices on his meats and stuff.
Oh, very interesting person. I met that on the boat trip last year.
Yeah. And I think they're going to try and join us again. But this is just one of them. And then, of course, you got the Harvey Hanna, and you got the Sam's Kids.
Oh, yeah.
All of that go on. So, I wanted to give a little bit of a shout to those people because they really do deserve it, and they deserve your attention. And we're trying our best to expose a lot. The Special Olympics, the autism Delaware. You've got so many people. The YMCA, everybody. So that's a little spiel for my nonprofits that are out there, and of course, locally and close to my heart, St. Matthew's Activity folks who just can't say enough about the work that they do down at St. Matt's Parish. They are incredible
Still
people.
All grassroots stuff. I mean, it's great. It's awesome to see that. Because you have a lot of churches and things like that. That kind of stuff's going on out of the wayside. You know.
Well, hopefully it's coming back. I mean, I think that
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see more activity.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I'd recommend.
When's the last time you seen a spaghetti dinner other than St. Matthew's and the club from any other parish or anything that you hear of?
Right. Well, some parishes have fish fries. We don't have a fish fry, which is weird. I think that went away when we had our hall, when the hall went away. But we have spaghetti dinners because we have the facility to accommodate that. But I think the big thing I suggest and I would recommend and I would hope you would do is instead of sending any kind of donation to big national organizations, which deserve money, that's fine, but they have the wherewithal to attract large corporate dollars. Your local nonprofits do not. And it is a matter of begging and borrowing in order to get what we need to make things happen. So consider your time and resources to the local nonprofits who are working in local communities before you consider something larger, okay? And that's all I got to say on that. Everybody does good. Everybody deserves a penny or a dollar, but it goes a little deeper into the community when you work locally. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, great organizations, man. Delaware has a lot of great organizations.
Yeah, we sure do. Yeah,
very fortunate. Knights of Columbus are very involved. Another great Catholic Christian organization. We have AI DuPont in our backyard, the Ronald McDonald House. For people to. Matter of fact, the known capital. Wearing my son's shirt. We're looking at this year doing some. Around the holidays, Thanksgiving event, or doing something. I'm going to line that up. I already talked to Michael. He's on board with it. So we're going to, you know what I mean? Like you said, sometimes you got to go right into the community and do things and be a part of what we live and service and build our lives. And like I said, it's awesome. And a lot of people, want good living. And good living always means you take care of the people that are less fortunate than you are to elevate them and give them quality of life, whatever their struggles are or their needs are. And Delaware has a large heart for that. A lot of great people in Delaware through the years, that have built many, many things. And I was very privileged in my younger years with the Knights of Columbus to do all that kind of work, and I miss it. First time I kid around, I mean, Richie Serpy's like a grandfather in our family now, but the first time I met him, Serpy's, they were donating for our Thanksgiving baskets, I think 250 pies. This was back in the 80s, 88, 89, 90. You had the St. Anthony's Outreach Program with Nick Silvestri, God rest his soul. Good man. It was just great work, great people in the community. You spearheaded some things with Buckley's Auto Care and being part of that. So it's all good things. You got so many different choices to donate and help out. And Delaware is residents are very, very generous in a lot of ways, especially with time too. You got to be there. I think about the Mr. O'Connor with the back in the 70s, 80s, he led that the track meet sponsored by Knights of Columbus out there at Boehner Stadium. I don't know, it's not called that any now, but I've never seen those. But no,
there was a lot.
Ambrosia, sorry. So, like I said, there's great things that go on, and it's good that the SmashBrothers look at goodness. Because you know what? We bring a lot of goodness to people. We do. And we need to do that more as a group because tell you what, we inspire people to do good.
I think we do.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask you, the Sam's kids for the Coats, are they still going to be here in Newport, or do they go under to the stadium? What are they doing?
As far as I know, I think it's still in Newport. I haven't heard any word about an official move to the stadium.
Yeah, okay, because I was thinking about the fires, and I just thought about this because I saw the commercial. Those silo fire pits, you can have that anywhere. You just put, you know what I mean? So it won't burn a hole anywhere. The base and how it dissipates. So there's people that have them, or you can buy a few, and so everybody can have their come around the campfire, because that's a big draw for everybody goes camping. That campfires are the best, right? Who doesn't like a campfire? See, these are the activities you can do when you're outdoors instead of not behind the TV.
There you go.
You can have a campfire, you get your hot dogs, you get your s'mores, you make all that. But I just thought about that. Matter of fact, I wanted to call you last night, forgot, because I saw they did the same thing. They were having campfires on turf fields, and to show how great these products are, those silos, and there's another one, porch fires. You can put them right on your deck. Franny has one.
A porch fire?
Well, no, the container. Solos or whatever.
I think they're called solos, yeah.
I think so. Like Franny has one.
Yeah, Franny's got one. I know.
It's amazing that nothing gets hot underneath.
Well, now they got that lid that you put over it. You actually could cook hot dogs on it, but it dissipates the heat so that now the radius is larger.
Yeah, but they're it's amazing.
Oh, yeah, they are amazing. No, they really are.
By that design and that inner space, it doesn't dissipate heat. So you take the radiant away. Now, naturally, you can't put a paper towel or something right next to it. But, you know, nice to have a nice little campfire. You ain't got to worry about burning nothing up. So I was thinking about you guys, because I know that was a stickler. We talked to Dave about that, I believe.
About what we did. Yeah,
Newport
right.
and the stadium. That's when we got lost. We were like, I don't know how that happened. All I know, we're coming over to George Washington. Next thing I know, I'm seeing signs for the Pocono.
Right.
Dave Tiberius still talking.
He's still talking to
we're
us.
Listening. We're listening. We're in the abyss. We're in the abyss.
Right.
That's how that guy. I tell you what, he's an amazing human being.
He really is.
We gotta get him on the
Hey,
deep
but you
dive.
know what? We ended up having a great lunch at this spot.
Oh, it was awesome.
Right in Quakertown on the 309. I remember that.
I don't know. We were somewhere. It was good food.
We always end up with good things.
It was an adventure. It was 3 hours. It was a 3-hour sidebar adventure. But in the grand scheme of things, 3 hours.
Nothing.
Come on. It was good. We got good chow. A lot of good chow out there.
Yeah, that good stuff. A lot of good stuff.
You gotta have good food, man. How long we been talking?
It's almost an hour. If you want to finish up, we can talk about
we said 40 minutes. We might go until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Call DoorDash. Send some cigars and bourbon.
There you go. Pick up a bottle, right?
Oh man.
You know,
hey, speaking of that, I don't know about you, but you had some pops. I'll tell you something right now. I really haven't. I had 2 bourbons since I've been home with a cigar, but that's about it. I really haven't been drinking much.
I haven't either. I mean,
amazing.
two here and there. Even when we were away, I didn't drink on the course.
For the room. Remember?
Nope, we didn't.
We were talking about getting a bottle of Heavenly Hills. We usually have a bottle. Hell, we went to Toy Project and we drank a bottle before the. Speaking of that, man, that was a great. Well, I drank it. And Patty's listened to put it on SP2. No. Your husband was real good.
Yeah,
but that was a great show. We saw Marcus King, man.
Oh yeah,
Toy Factory Project with the lead guitar player from Blackberry Smoke, whatever his name, I can't remember. What a show they put on. Paul Riddle was the original drummer for Marshall Tucker Band, and he was there. Met him, and naturally O'Teal from the Allman Brothers. God bless O'Teal. He just does a great job, man. I'll tell you what, he's another not underrated, but just another great human being that does wonderful artists. Really low key. I got talked to him a little bit at breakfast when I met Paul. Said hi to him and his wife.
No, so I mean, we met everybody but Marcus King in the restaurant.
We were leaving.
Yeah, we were leaving. Right.
Yes, we stayed right there where the band was staying.
Yeah, and everybody was there for breakfast.
Yeah, they were there.
Yeah, the whole band. The whole band was there. We were just sitting and talking and listening to them, how good the show was. It was at the Old Capitol Theater in New Jersey.
New York, wasn't it?
New York, excuse me. New York, New York.
Westchester, New York, I think.
You're right. Yeah.
Or Chester, something like
Portchester.
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 Great.
Yeah.
It was an old movie theater.
An old town coming back to life because we had a fantastic dinner.
A theater stage, yeah.
Again, we had food. Great dinner.
Oh, my God. They were sisters, remember? They owned that Italian restaurant. Yeah. Well, they couldn't be so nice. And they brought us a little limoncello afterwards, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
We sat right by, talked to them.
Yeah, how about going away out? That dude was, I don't know, maybe, I know she was a lot younger because she was saying her age, but that dude, I told us, you better get his buddy because there's going to be a problem. He was trying to hit up on it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like that. I mean, he was just ignorant, I mean, she wanted nothing to do with him.
Yeah, there's all types.
Yeah, and it always seems like to happen around me. I don't know what it is, but if there's some crap going to go down, you don't want to be with me. Because A, I'm going to engage. B, there's going to be an outcome, one way or the other. Something's going to happen. So.
And C, I like my space.
You wanted to bring that
I didn't sing you on that one, brother. I didn't sing you on that one, man.
Well, you did. The guy's crowded me. Well, we're at breakfast. We're in the last seat in the corner. I was trying to be nice because there was 2 tables. SB1 was late. They asked me. I said, "No, save for the families of 4. Put me back here." So I'm having my coffee and everything. Smash Brother comes in. I'm already pumped up because I'm starving. And then this Yahoo comes in here. Right on my head level. You know what I mean? With all that. I said, "Yo, bro, you're in my space, buddy." He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, "All right, my man." But it's just that way. If there's a parking lot that can hold 500 cars, there's going to be somebody on my butt.
Like it down at Newport Bay.
Oh my God! I just wanted to sit there and say, when he got off there, "You're a total douchebag." I don't care size or what. It didn't really matter to me. I wanted, but I had other things to do. This guy parks his truck right behind my Cadillac. Like, I pulled up so I could get, there's ample spaces. Nobody's backed up trunk to trunk. This guy, not only is trunk to trunk, he's over the line, and really I couldn't. So I moved away. I didn't start no trouble. But I did see a guy coming back from the parking lot. I said, "You know who owns that truck?" Because, I figure a young cat would own that truck. And he goes, "No, I don't, man." But he goes, "I saw that." He goes, "That was really wrong." I said, yeah, I'm trying to be a nice guy here. But
it was a 3-inch lifted Dodge Ram.
Oh man, it was huge.
Yeah,
next to my girl like
was,
that. When you want to have a power play, have it to my face. Don't take it out on my car. It's only parked there. You got some kind of issue? Oh, you see a caddy out there, a big truck. Yeah, come on, see me.
I'm going to call you Twitch from now because all it does is take a twitch and you're off, man.
Bro, lately it's that way, man.
You have been, man. You got nerves up. It's like, what's going on, man?
Who knows, bro? I've seen too many bad things out there. But I guess, I don't know, dude. I don't like people in my space. They call that the perennial pause. To me, you break that, you got issues. So you got to be told. Cars, they're going to park next to me. I know the other day I got a little hot too. The girl at the trip, she goes, "I don't know, that whole thing with the drip, that drives me nuts. That restaurant out there."
Oh, I don't really go there.
The only reason why I go there is because, the breakfast crew goes there.
Right.
So I forget the protocols every time I'm there. You got to go pay your food, this, that, and the other. I'm always paying like $2-3 extra to make sure I get my eggs hot, and they've been doing good with that. That's great. So I don't know. You got to grab your utensils. So they serve me my breakfast, and the waitress says, "Do you need utensils?" Like I'm some barbarian. Yeah, I'm just going to grab.
Eat with your hand.
I'm just going to eat like that. No, you don't see me. So yeah, say, "Oh, sir, let me go get you some." That would be the response. So I got a little hot. I know.
It sets the whole thing off. It's like, because you come out of nowhere sometimes.
Yeah, I can be calm.
Do.
Well, Jeremiah told me what that is. I got to learn about that. I got to control that a lot better.
Well, you know, you want to give you another example?
I'm getting older. What?
Yeah, okay.
Let me hear it.
Come on, man. Come on. You got to take it. You got to take it.
All right. I got to see. What happened? Who would I want to knock out now?
No. So we're on the golf course. I forget what hole it was. They're building houses behind, building the deck. And, you know, the guys are sawing. He can't hear you anyway. But
I don't get masked.
I know. But you're over there. You hey, get a mask, buddy. You need a mask. And he would look at you. I don't even know he looked at you because I'm going.
He couldn't understand. They were Spanish.
The guy with the saw wasn't Spanish. He wasn't Spanish. No.
Well, he might have been Italian. I had no idea he was dark.
He might have been.
Well, all I know is that
they're
sawing, and you got a dust cloud around them. And all I said was, I went over there, yo, guys, you need a mask over there. Now I got a little rough voice to begin with, but at least I cared about them.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
They're breathing in this dust. Now, don't worry because they don't put arsenic in there. You got to worry about the polymers. They're worse than the arsenic, be honest with you, because they don't go away. At least arsenic dissipates. You got enough food, and it's only like a way little mill percentage. This stuff, it gets in your lungs. It take you down quick. So I was trying to be a nice guy because I know about that kind of stuff.
Oh, I know.
So I tell people put safety glasses on. I tell people this and that. You know, I wish somebody tell me something. You know. You just nicknamed me Twix.
No, you don't.
You just told me. I know. But you like that. You like that.
You know.
Get out of my space.
Yeah, I know. I was shaking my head. I said, man, you know.
And then he says, SB1 says, oh, he's all right. So I got to say, no.
So he's got to snap at me.
I said, yo, bro. It's my space. Yeah. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
I was waiting for the knives to come off the table right in my chest.
No. I'm not violent. I was just like, he's in my space. I mean, don't worry about it. I hit him up.
It was funny.
It was funny now you think about it. But that shit like that's always happening. I don't understand it. I am tested every freaking day. Especially the other day, last time I was in ShopRite, the lady ran me over with her cart in the back of the heels. I was going, ma'am, do you really have to walk that fast? You see me right here? I'm going out the door. I stopped to get some hand sanitizer because I'm a freak.
Yeah, I know, man.
She doesn't see me. Boom! Right. Thank God I have my high tops on because I just got done mowing the lawn. And then I got a cart up on my heels. I said, God dang it. I can't go to ShopRite without it. And I couldn't say that. The lady, I think she probably couldn't even see. But
it's as the world turns.
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. So that's why sometimes I like to be in the compound in the Poconos. Nothing goes on up there. It's isolation, just nature and trees and whatever.
And more nature.
And more nature. A lot of nature. The good nature. But anyways, yeah, you're right, SB1. I gotta tone it down a little bit. I do. I'm on edge.
You're all...
A lot of edgy things out there, man. I don't know why. I guess I have no idea.
You know.
But
yes. It's all right. You're not the only one. You're not the only one that goes on, you know.
A lot of aggravation. You saw that aggravation. I mean, no, who would park next to a car like that?
True.
You got to be a real jerk off to do that. You got some problem. Like this guy thinks he's cool because he's got a Cadillac. I'm going to wreck his day, park right up on his trunk. Who does that? I didn't do that in my younger days. We never wrecked people's property, did we? Or like park next to somebody real tight so, or box them in, things like that. I don't get it.
The golf course is the only place where I park nose in because the trunk should be at the back, so easy load.
They were double backed up, right?
Yeah.
So I took the one up front because it's closer to the parking lot, right, or the exit. That's what I did. So there was parking spots next to me or behind me, just not directly behind me.
Right. He parked right directly behind
Directly behind me. No one the guy is not going to put his clubs in the back seat. I don't even know how he got out. I really don't. It was. Far as the truck that he parked next to, he was right there, and then he was right on my trunk, backed up. Like, why would you call that guy?
What did we see this morning coming over here? What? We had.
whoa.
Well, wait a minute. It started off where we had
Coming over to the shop.
we had a
after
family of
breakfast.
Mennonites walk directly in front of us as we're driving
In Ocean City.
in Ocean City.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, directly, just right in the middle of traffic with
Carrying a
kids.
baby.
Carrying a baby.
And the 2-year-old is running wild. I'm trying to give him a lecture. You know, yo, but this is how you die and make newspapers. I did. They were so worried about saving their lives, but SB1 saw he slowed down completely. And then we saw somebody in a scooter or something making that left-hand turn. You know?
Yeah. The scooters, they're all over the place.
And then
today,
coming back from
someone's
Goobers,
driving down Union Street backward,
reverse.
in reverse,
with
two side mirrors, on one side,
like,
right?
What are you looking at, dude?
Yeah.
What do you want to look at?
And then we saw the ambulance coming up. Well, they got to get out,
they gotta
but
get out.
you know,
But still, that was you don't see that every day going up 4th Street.
no,
Or Union Street. Excuse me, Union Street.
Yeah.
They were coming to 4th Street to make that left,
right?
Or
but the
make a
guy
right.
going backward, I don't know where the hell he was going.
Oh, he was Sonny in the what was that movie? The Bronx Tale. What a great movie! Remember Sonny? We drove C in his Cadillac reverse for like a half, 3 blocks around the neighborhood. C
Man, talking about TV shows, guess what?
the Bronx Tale. Great movie.
One of the things that I started watching. You know, I was watching the show. I watched the hockey game between the Golden Knights and the Rockies, right?
Yeah.
And I can't believe that the Golden Knights, man, they're up 3-0 and they're just kicking ass, which good, but they're only 9 years old. And then 9 times they've been in the playoffs or in the finals 4. And they're probably going to go again. But I finished watching that game. It was like 12 o'clock somewhere. But, you know, Scott and Steve and the kids were over yesterday, and they were talking about the series called The Boys. I don't know if you ever heard of them. It's on Amazon Prime, right? So I watched all the series up until 2019 when they stopped production. They thought it was not going to go anywhere. Then all of a sudden the fans go, well, we got to have more. So they got the crew together and they said, okay, one last rodeo. Well, season 5, and it takes off, and the whole premise is they're vigilantes. And
I like it already.
They're superheroes.
I like that too.
That have gone black, gone dark. And they're now part of like a big TV conglomerate that's part of the big world. And they're creating crime in order to stop the crime.
Oh, crime's big business.
Yeah, I know. But this is all
business.
about TV shows and ratings. And they got superpower. And so they got this one leader, which is like a really dark Captain America, right? And he's got all the power in the world, and he's ruling all the other vigilante superheroes or super anti-hero, whatever it is. And
they're not in costumes, are they?
Yeah.
I ain't watching it.
No. They're like, okay, so you got one guy that, okay, so I'm going to reference it.
Yeah.
One guy's like
Batman and Robin after that. And there's
yeah, I know, but then you got Aquaman, the guy who like a pseudo to Aquaman, and then you got Flash, and then you got Captain America, and then
you're right. I was never in any of them shows.
Oh, dude, man, I love that shit. I love that shit.
After Batman and Robin, anybody in costumes fighting crime and stuff like that, it just didn't.
But I
like the Hulk. He changed. Yeah, he changed.
Right.
The Hulk was a great show.
Yeah, but see, that was all the TV series stuff, and that was more comical than anything. This is like real stuff, and so you've got hunters now going after these superhero vigilantes, or actually anti-hero super vigilante, whatever you want to call them. They're just bad dudes, right? And the one guy who plays Captain, I forget what they call him, man. But anyway, they're all trying to kill him, right? Because he's got way too much power, and he'll kill you if you sneeze wrong. One of those kind of guys, right? But it's an awesome show. So I started watching that, and I'm like, all right, man, cut it off at 1 because I could binge until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's why you were late for breakfast today.
No, I wasn't watching it this morning. No. I had business this morning.
Last night, I'm saying. Last night you got up. You didn't get up your normal 5 o'clock.
I got about 5:30, but I didn't roll out of bed till 7.
There we go. See, the truth comes out on Facebook Live. See? Like Rosanna Banana Danana.
Rosanna Banana. No, Rosanna Dana
Rosanna Dana Dana.
Rosanna Dana. Yeah, that's
She
what
had
it
a
was.
banana in there somewhere.
Yeah, Rosanna Dana.
Banana,
That's
banana.
what it was.
We
Yeah.
always added that, or I
Yeah,
did.
so
But
that's the only
anyways,
TV show that I binge.
That's good. That's good. But like she always said, everything comes out in the wash. I used to love that saying.
Everything goes. Yeah.
My mom always told me everything comes out in the wash. You might as well say it now.
There you
You'll
go.
find out. You'll find out. So
That's
I
right.
found out the truth. So you found out all the truth here.
Hey, yeah, okay,
SB2 on edge.
Right.
SB1 late for everything. Binge watching. Vigilantes. You want to be a vigilante?
No, not at all.
Good.
Nah.
Nah, but
Just had to watch it.
Hey, there still needs to be watch groups and protection, man. A lot of law and order. Can you imagine? Speaking of that, real quick, just brought me back to, not to get on politics because we're not going to talk politics. It's Memorial Day, but think about this: a nation that is bounded by laws and justice, that people don't want law and order. Can you imagine this country without law and order? I couldn't do it. I mean,
No.
with no police. Now, be honest with you, if you brought back the Wild Wild West days where you had your marshals, you had your deputy marshals, and then they could deem posses, that would be great. But we don't do that. We evolved into police forces, special SWAT teams, and things like that. But for average people like us, the Wild Wild West days ain't too bad. There's a criminal here. He got away. Okay, round him up. Let's go get him. This day and age.
I think here's my biggest beef.
You can be a vigilante under the law of the marshal.
Well, yeah, but my biggest thing
And
now.
our society is a polite society. I'm a firm believer of that.
I believe that we're good. We're born good. We live well, but
we are born good. It's all the pollutants that these people come up in the environment, right?
I know.
We always said you become the product of your environment. If you grow up in a loving neighborhood, a loving household, religion, education, food on the table, nice clothes, entertainment, sports, this or whatever you like, outreach this, outreach that, chances are you're going to have a great life. Most likely you're going to have a tremendous life. But then if you're growing up in a household where you see drugs coming in and out, strange people, cars pulling up, this, that, and the other, you don't know anything.
your chances are slim.
Slim. And you only know what you know. And that quote goes back to Special Ed. That quote is probably one of the main things somebody's ever said to me that really resonated. You only know what you know.
True.
We're quick to judge. We're quick to blame. We don't know what people know. We're lucky that we've been around a little bit and, getting a little wiser and things like that. And you expect people to know something, but they don't.
Well, I think a lot of
They
it.
might not know.
I think for me, a lot of the
can't follow.
frustration that I see is the deterioration of privacy. I think that
That guy came in my space today.
like he came in your space today.
Yeah, I don't think that at all. I'm with you, bro. The privacy's big.
Yeah.
Huge.
Well,
Whether it's
I
next
gotta-
to you or
See, I got a question because there's a couple of things. Now, a good rep that I know, he used to be a client of ours for quite some time back in the old day when he was a pipe fitter, right? And he became a rep, and he represents union interest here in Delaware legislature. So he's introducing a bill that will allow more unmanned speed cameras.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay. So that you agree with that?
absolutely.
Okay.
As long as there's a warning period, so people understand what this is all about. Absolutely. When I ran for county council, that was one of my things: platforms to slow down speeds on high-rated stretches of highway, like Naaman's Road. There's not a whole lot of traffic lights in between. Other carders like that, these electronic devices to catch the record, to give you the speed limit, flash the speed limit, and then down the road, if you don't adjust and then you get a ticket, yes, I am a firm believer of that. But you get a grace period like they did on 95 when they put them in, those cameras. You got a grace period. I think it went on for like 2, 3, 4 months or something, where a one warning, and then the next time you would be ticketed, and then you would pay the second ticket, or the first ticket. So yeah, any type of electronic surveillance like that to slow down these speeds and things like that, I'm all for it. I'll be honest with you, I am all for it.
See, I got my reservations about it. And the reason being is because, one, they can be put up anywhere.
Absolutely. That's why they call them mobile.
Right. But two, we as a state do not get a cent from any of the infractions.
Well, that's what you were saying.
It all goes to the manufacturer or the third party, and what they do.
Well,
so
yeah, I get it for the cost or whatever.
Yeah,
but
but
I look at it, it's saving lives, and especially a lot of lives. High rate of speed with anything impacts your crash output, people's injuries on the road, getting struck, this and that.
Okay, let me take it a step further.
Yeah.
What do you think about manufacturers in 2027 putting in shutdown software that can detect whether or not you're agitated and or inebriated and or your air quality, that can have the car not start and or shut down? So if you get in your car and you're having a bad day, no alcohol, no nothing, you're having a bad day, and you shake the wheel, the car won't start because the vehicle feels.
I had no idea this.
Yeah.
Now I know about the start for breathalyzer or anything. This technology you're talking about, I have no idea about. So I had to think about it a little bit. Reservation or off the top of my head, anything that's going to regulate somebody that is impaired to drive, that can't drive. If you shut it down, I have no problem with that. But you bring up a great thing there with this AI. So it was funny the other day, out of the clear blue, I just said, hey, Siri, play music. And sure enough said, they played my set list from all my previous Apple Music. They said, we will play a playlist especially for you. So this technology that's out there is just absolutely phenomenal. Can you imagine? I just said, hey, Siri, play music. And she came back and said, oh, we'll play a set list fitted
just for you.
Just for you.
Right. That's what it does.
It's amazing. So some of these things with the technologies out there, there's good, bad, just like everything. I just, I'm not so sure that I'm in my days on this earth left. Am I going to be all caught up in that? I don't know. Now, am I going to be a product of it? Because I'll tell you right now, you were telling me about your situations on the highway. Yesterday, I was going down to Papa's, pick up our order, and then sure enough, on 10th Street, there's where you have no turn on red. I was coming in. I didn't know they put a camera, but I tapped my brakes. I was stopping. Absolutely. But I stopped in the intersection, okay, right over the white line. That camera went off, but I was backing up. So hopefully they see my brake lights on. No, it was a slippery condition. Once I got full control on a tight turn, I did not go through that intersection. So if I get charged with that at that camera, because it flashed, I'm going to plan on fighting it and say, look, please review these records and realize that I never went through. I did stop, but it was over that white line. So I got a 50-50 shot. Man, maybe not even 50, 40% win it maybe if that happens. But, like I said, hopefully they give me a warning because that's a new thing. That was never there. They put them in all around the cities on the no turn on red. If you go, they're going to take your picture.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Very well. So I know driving is a privilege and not a right. That's a fact. So what we have to get used to, I guess, is as soon as we walk out of our front door of our home and off of our sidewalk and onto a public sidewalk, we now are exposed to everything.
Everything.
Okay.
Body cameras,
you
name it, voice, radio, everything. You live in a world where, in my little knowledge of anything is that you leave a footprint no matter what you do. You're going to have a digital footprint. You're going to have a carbon footprint. You're going to have electronic footprint. We leave a footprint everywhere. And then you got cameras everywhere. As soon as there's something happen, everybody's going to the Ring camera. Everybody, so there's a lot of things that are out there. Is it helping out technology, or excuse me, is that technology helping save lives?
Or stop crime.
Stop crime? I don't know yet. All I know is that I don't really care because I ain't going to break the law. I may speed on a highway. I'm very conscientious about neighborhoods and things like that. I really either drive slower or obey the speed limit. I am first to tell you, I am no angel on no major highway and right-of-ways. I'm not. Yeah. I go maybe 8 to 10, 12 miles over speed. I just do. It's just, a song comes on, I might hit it a little bit more. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Neighborhoods, I'm respectful and very respectful because especially this time of the year, you got a lot of kids. They're not thinking, playing, you just don't want to be that person that hurt anybody with an automobile. You know what I mean? And a moving equipment because you're going to hurt somebody.
Well, I told you.
I'm not going to be a criminal. I'm not going to rob.
Right.
So I really don't care if there's a camera on me 24/7. You know what I mean? I really don't care. And I'll tell you something right now. Like I said, we need some deterrence. We need some boundary lines somewhere, and hopefully these boundary lines will work. And electronic surveillance is huge.
Oh, it's big time.
It's huge.
Big time.
So like I said, your phone, like I said, our phone, probably knows how you think.
It's listening to us now.
It probably can read stuff without the technology or me having the app, but right now, it probably tell me 1,000 freaking things about myself.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be like Dr. McCoy in the Star Trek. Remember, he used to wave that thing around, and then he goes, shh. Oh, you got that. Shh. You got that. Oh, let me wave down here. Oh boy, you got this and that.
Well, hey, look, you got a watch like this? It could tell you your heartbeat, your heart rate, air quality, oxygen intake, and all that. Yeah, I mean, and the newer ones are even getting better at that. So you're right.
I'll go back to the flip phone because I felt like Captain Kirk. I had that snap. I mean, that was a show. But when you think about the TV
Gene
show,
Roddenberry was amazing.
The shows that we were able to grow up with.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you think about the satirical shows that you knew. You weren't hurting somebody's feelings. There was no Archie Bunker. Everybody has Archie Bunker. It's the reality. It's our life. It was all brought out with Norman Lear, Saturday Night Live, all those, back then with Animal House and John Belushi and, all the shows, the older shows, Mork and Mindy, Laverne and Shirley, Mary Tyler Moore Show, man. If you couldn't love shows like that, this was great shows, great TV. Happy Days. Remember Happy Days? Ronnie Howard, the Fonz. Oh, my God. It was, and you gear things, it was cool, man. The TV shows they grow up with now, what are they? I don't even know.
I couldn't tell you.
One show that is still making shows or comics is Scooby-Doo. I think that's 64 years old.
Scooby-Doo still?
Scooby-Doo's got real shows.
Really?
Real new script. I should say new content.
No kidding.
I heard that. I heard that about 3 weeks ago.
Scooby Dooby. Where are you?
It's still out there, man. He's still out there. Now they tried to do some things with the characters that got into a controversy.
Yeah, you had the Jetsons, you had Flintstones, Hanna-Barbera, and all the cartoons.
Oh man, the Flintstones. We get the big steaks,
big brontosaurus steaks. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I know. It was great. Dino, Bam Bam, Barney,
and there was one, Wilma, and Betty. Right?
Yeah. I know, man. The Flintstones.
Brings up Gilligan's Island.
Everybody. It was great, man. Everybody always wondered, why didn't they get off the island? That could have been a great season finale.
I thought they did get off the island.
I never saw it.
I think they did.
Oh, I saw the one when Edith died. Archie, oh my God.
Oh, when Edith, when he passed away, yeah.
She passed away on Archie Bunker. Oh man, that was
sad.
That
changed the whole show and brought in the granddaughter and all that, yeah.
Yeah, well, Gene Stapleton wanted to get off the show. And
then, she said she'd gone too far with it. I mean, it was time for the character to leave.
Oh, God, man, I cried my eyes out, man. I love, man, Edith. God, but
Yeah. and Meathead.
Meathead. Well, look at all the shows that came out of it. Jefferson.
Oh, the Jeffersons. That was great.
Gloria. She had her own show.
Gloria. What was the other one you said?
Maud.
Maud. That's right.
Maud. The Jeffersons.
Where did Maud? I can't remember.
Archie's Place. Remember Archie's
Place?
When he had the bar, only it was Archie's Place, and he was great.
How did Maud become the character? What did she?
I think it was Edith's
sister or cousin.
I think it was a cousin.
God, I can remember that.
It was Maud when she first came on. One show they made a show Maud,
and she was arguing with Archie.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I just remember all these come into play.
Yeah, man. He was. I mean, it was a great character. You know, you saw all this funniness. He called, and then Rob Ryan. Look how he died. Meathead. Crazy.
Son was
it's sad, man. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, man. To think that like that. I mean, but he played a great role. It was just a great satirical. Sitcom. It was beautiful, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. We have ran the gamut today, from golf to movies to bourbon, everything like that. So
to space, perennial pause. Hey, at least you got an education. Hopefully, you got a lot of laughs. Hopefully, we brighten up your day a little bit on the sun. It is a somber day out there.
It is, but it's Memorial Day. We're here remembering,
and we're remembering. And we always remember our fallen that protected this land, give us our freedoms, their families, and just a special extra salute to all the veteran families. SB2 salutes SB1. He served our great nation in the Air Force. I was almost in the Army, but it's amazing how that turned out. And I stayed with the railroad. It's just crazy, but I would have been there. Sometimes I was, but I don't think things would be a lot different. So it's amazing. Speaking of that, think about how many ways we got to communicate this day and age: cell phone, email, text messages, everything. Those days we had one phone, one phone hanging up on in the dining room, and I come in from the recruiter, drop me off, and they didn't have my education. And I didn't sign. Go before the flag. And as soon as I got in the door, the phone rang, and it was a union lady, Miss Nancy, and she said, "We're going back to work." After 18 months, we were furloughed. We won the case because, Ronald Reagan, he came in, shut down Amtrak. My dad couldn't wait to say that to me. "You voted for Ronald Reagan, you ain't got a job." Well, let me say that something. He was looking out for the coffers. What are you going to do? In those days, everything was... Who knows what was going on with shit? So he's tightened up the belt with everything. But we beat him, and the railroad became viable. And it was a great thing. But we went back to work after being furloughed all that time. Terrible. The Supreme Court, I think, had to tell him, no, you can't shut down the Northeast Corridor project. You can have a little bit better control over everything, but you can't shut it down. And we went back to work. If not, I would have went in the Army. I don't know, Marguerite and I would have stayed together. Certainly wouldn't have had two beautiful twins. Michael and Maria, God bless them. Our children, look, we got beautiful children. You got a boy, girl. I got a boy, girl.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Our lives are so parallel. People even say we look a lot like each other this day and age. I don't know.
We're the Smash Brothers.
We are the Smash Brothers.
So what's on the agenda? You're getting ready to hit the road again, right? You got your cruise coming up. You've got golf, Pinehurst. I can't keep up with your schedule. You're just incredible.
And then the Keys later on in the summer.
Keys.
Yeah.
God darn, man, you go away so much. I don't know how you do it.
Bro, I tell you right now, you got to move, baby. You got to move because things you never know how things could turn out, and you got to live life good. We reached that plateau right now. Think about it. We are fortunate enough to be this way in our lives. So many people haven't made it, especially people, well, I can speak about myself. I wasn't the most angel model person. And I'm always thankful for that. I'm always thankful that I did not do any damage to anyone else. Glad not myself, but especially anybody else. I mean, but you got to think about these things. And, like I said, we're very fortunate. We're very fortunate to be where we're at in this day and age. And you know what? Live, love, and learn. A great book. Leo Biscalzi. He wrote that book probably, I don't know, 40 years ago, maybe. And it's a great book. I read that book. It resonates with me. Now we're in a position where, hey, we can live a little bit. You know what I mean? We're grandparents, for God's sake.
That's right. That's right.
We're
are
grandparents.
That's right. We are.
You know, so I can't wait for you to turn everything over. And the Smash Brothers are doing this, and big things are coming with Smash Brother Productions. I'm putting it out here. We missed the boat on Mickey Steaks, but we're not going to miss the boat on Smash Brother Productions. We got a lot of stuff in the hopper, as they say.
Oh my God! I tell you, I just can't keep up with it. I really can't. Hey, before we sign off, I will. I went to some of my automotive friends. I want to give a shout out to the one and only Tanika Haynes.
I listened to that podcast. Very nice.
I tell you what, man. You to all audience of the Smash Brothers and us personally, you got to get in on the downshift with Tanika Hayes, because this woman speaks truth, just not from the automotive side, but from life in general. And I've had the privilege, and I do say that, I had the privilege and honor of sitting down with her in a recent interview, and I'll share it wherever. But we got a little personal, and come to find out she's a Capricorn, which is awesome.
I learned some things about you in that interview.
Well, couple things, but we got personal, and I'm saying that this woman goes outside of automotive. You really need to listen to her. I'll share the link and take a listen. Take a listen to Tanika. So, Tanika, thank you very much. I got to get you back on the soup. You said you were going to come to my kitchen. I'm going to get you in the kitchen. We're going to make some soup. So
there you go, buddy. You know, it reminds me of a song, Greg Allman's song, Come Up Into My Kitchen. Oh, man, that'd be a good play in hearing Greg's soulful voice singing, Come Into My Kitchen.
Yeah, there you go.
Great tune.
But we're gonna put this. We're gonna record it. We're gonna put it on all over the place. It'll be on the 302 as part of the podcast series. We'll add a little music to it, of course, and we'll get it. We'll get another one here probably in late August, I guess.
We're together for we got a nice little weekend lined up in July 31st, August 1.
Well,
2.
Yeah,
we'll do a Smash Brother podcast or SmashCast right on your back deck like we did last year. That was a great cast. That was a great show, man. That was. I listened to that show a couple out of all the shows. I go back and I love reliving that, re-listening to that show. That was a cool show.
Yeah, we'll do
You
it
got
again.
back from vacation. I forget where we got back from. But everything hit well. I said we talked about an hour and a half. Everything was good.
Just
even
like
the Smashettes even liked it. Remember, they gave
Yeah,
us,
they did. They gave us thumbs up.
They gave us thumbs up.
Yeah,
they did. That was you got to give a lot through the Smashettes. God bless them. Oh,
There's some tough hands.
Well, God bless. Thank God I needed that. My wife, God bless her, man. We're very fortunate. We kid around. We're busting chops.
Yeah, we are.
You know we love you dearly. Absolutely, man.
All right, man. Let's pack it up.
We covered it all.
We did. Hour and a half
God
of a good
America
time. Yeah.
On this special holy day. Day of Remembrance, excuse me.
We're gonna have to put some good music to this show. You know.
Tenet, what are you gonna play, bro?
I don't know. I got to put a playlist together.
To the end of the show.
You know what? As a salute, we'll play taps.
I like it.
We'll start off with Revelry.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's play taps.
Yeah,
let's play taps.
Yeah. Well, we'll do it. I gotta edit that in.
You gotta edit it in. I'm not gonna
do it live.
Were you live or down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll put it up back on Facebook. We're closing out this. That's why SB1. He's always on the cutting edge of everything. It's got bring your vehicles to Buckley Auto
I'm the
Care.
producer.
Well, you're the producer.
Yeah. We are wearing. You got your AC Capital. I got Buckley's. Right.
Buckley's.
So there's our promo.
A, B, and C.
A, B, and C. There you go.
So you got everything covered. But seriously, down there in God's County, Newcastle County, Business County, we're the Business County up here, God's County down the beach, Buckley's Auto Care. Nothing like it, good people, and the crew is always happy and eager to make sure your automotive needs are met and your demands expectations are also met. Amen.
I bet that we couldn't ask for a better commercial than
How
that.
about that, bro?
And so I'll say the same thing about Michael and
That's his godfather.
Unknown Capital. You need some good painting done. Give Mike a call at Unknown Capital. Come out, great crew. They've done not only the house, but they're getting ready to tighten up the shop here in Wilmington, and they are. I'll tell you what, man. Michael Unknown Jr. is one conscientious young man. He is going to make sure that whatever you need in terms of detail and painting and whatever, it's going to get done the right way. He's got a good crew. Can't say enough about him. And he's a good young man. And he's a real good young man.
And thank you, SB1. And he does have very conscientious mindset in business and got good folks around him. And, like you said, it's a great community. We're a great community here. And let's do community things and remember what we are, who we are, and we're people. Nobody has to come here, and we all got a one-way ticket out of here. So let's keep that in mind today.
There you go. All right. Signing off.
Peace and love.
All right. Smash Brothers are out. Stay tuned for some more. We've got on 302.fm. We've got more music coming up here along with some more shows. Stay tuned for a lot of things happening. And as my brother says, look out. All right, we're out of here.
Oh, man,
all right, see
so
you.
much for 40 minutes.
Yeah, right? Yeah.